The worst part about owning a 99 Jeep Cherokee, other than the fact that it's really old, saggy headliners. So let's fix it. Yeah, I dig it. Much better and easy. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a video on replacing the headliner on my 99 Jeep Cherokee. Now this is my daily driver. I've owned it for about 7 years. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it sneak into pictures from time to time. I mean, I've driven this thing since college. So this is my baby. I'm going to do a walk around on the outside, show you a little bit about it. But right now, the biggest headache that I have is this headliner. So it's a very simple job to fix, but it also is a little overwhelming for some people. So I'm just gonna do a quick video, and that's gonna better introduce you to me, to some of the things that I'm passionate about as I build this page, and I'm excited to show you more of that as well. So let's get to it. Alright, so the garage isn't really anything that spectacular or crazy, but we do Cerakote in here. This is what we're working with. We got a little workbench, we've got a couple safes bolted to the floor, got a big compressor in the back, sandblast cabinet. My favorite thing that we added was our oven. We built this on our own off of an industrial cooking oven. But again, I'll give you guys a more in-depth tour of what we got going on here and the Cerakote stuff that we do in another video. Kick this off, start pulling some screws. I plan on doing this today, but on how the kids are and everything, I might actually have to finish up tomorrow. Alright, so I got a bag full of my screwdrivers and all the stuff that I'm going to need. I got my little toolkit here. One of the things I'm going to do is throw all the little screws into this container. It's going to help me to not lose pieces, hopefully. We'll see. But I'm going to pull off little details like these covers over the handles. And yeah, I'll do a little time lapse or something of that, and then we'll keep rolling. Alright, I'm just continuing to pull off the trim on the back. It's just the same thing over and over. You're just taking out screws. Just keep track of all your pieces and where you got them from. Don't lose your screws. Alright, next step is going to be pulling the handles, grab handles off all 4 doors. Looks to be a T20 Torx bit. It's going up there. Okay, I pulled off all 3 handles. I forgot the driver's side doesn't have one. I'm going to move on to the trim up front and start pulling it off around the front doors. The front just clips on. There's a couple screws I got to pull out yet, and I got to pull out these lights and the visors, and we'll go up front then. Alright, so in theory, I should just be able to pop this light off. There we go. Yep. There's just one plug. It's easy enough. Got to do the same thing in the center with the center light console up there. Another thing that I like to do is take a paint marker and just mark the pieces. So I marked them pass for passenger side. That way I don't screw anything up. Alright, so I have the trim pulled off on both sides. Now I just need to go up front, pull the rest of the trim down, and the center light along with the visors needs to come down. So we're moving right along. So you actually have to pop that little lens off for the light. 2 screws. All right, I don't know if you guys saw that. I'll get closer. There's 2 little tabs that you put in and stick it back and slide it. So you just slide it forward and down. And then there's a plug here. And plug here. There's just 1 plug right here. There's plenty of wire. So right there it is, just 1 plug. Last thing I need to do up here is this last piece of trim. This is kind of a pain in the butt without breaking something, but there's clips back here that you're trying to pop off. All right, there's one. There they are. All right, and I'm just gonna leave these hang. I'm not gonna bother trying to get all the way down into the dash because it does run down the side. But at this point, my headliner is technically free. All right, the one thing I did forget was I needed to pull these seat belts off the rear. This looks to be a T45. I'm just gonna use a 3/8 inch wrench and an extension and pop them off. So the headliner is out. I think the biggest part about this headliner was just getting it over top of all the little ridges. But if you take your time and you go slow, it really wasn't that difficult at all. I'd say it took me about, I don't know, 45 minutes to get the whole thing out. So now I'm going to strip off the old fabric and clean up all the foam goop that's on the bottom. You have to do that before you glue it back down or else it's not going to stick. Have the fabric laid out. I cleaned up all the junk off of the fiberglass piece. The next step, we're going to glue this down in sections and stretch it. Hopefully we can keep it fairly straight with the plaid pattern. But we're going to get going. And the key here with this adhesive is we're going to spray it down, let it sit for about a minute on both pieces, and then lay it down. Let it get tacky first. You try to press it down right away. Sometimes it'll bleed moisture through the actual fabric. It may not stick as well. Got the visors mounted, trim pieces are in, got the seat belts hooked up again, which that was a pain in the butt because a lot of the new fabric was actually in the way of putting in those bolts. I got that, we're good there. Gotta get the grab handles on yet, and the speakers. The headliner's in, looks awesome. It was kind of a pain in the butt in some aspects, especially getting the visors and some of the other details wrapped up. But it wasn't as bad as what I would have thought. Done, hopefully this lasts a couple years and I don't have to do it for a while. But I'm very pleased with the end result. And the telltale sign that you've done the job correct is in my little container. I didn't have any extra screws or any extra hardware, so we're good there. This is just a quick video to show you guys how to do this headliner, how to get it done, how to do it fairly efficiently, and that it's not that big of a job. Honestly, the headliner part was fairly straightforward. The biggest pain in the butt again is some of the trim pieces and some of the screws, getting the seat belts lined up again. But other than that, I mean, it was fairly seamless. And I mean, I got done in only a couple hours. So we'll see how it holds up. I'll do another video, an update on how everything's going with it, and you'll see it, especially if you follow me on Instagram, all my stories and stuff. You'll see it in the stories, and if it's sagging, you know that I didn't do a good job. So until next time, guys, hit that subscribe button, because like I said, we're just getting started on this this channel, and there's gonna be lots of different videos of everything that I enjoy doing. Don't worry, there's gonna be a lot of firearms footage, lots of different gun talking videos, reviews, and lots of other stuff. So if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me. It's at Keystonecarry. Check me out there. Obviously subscribe to this YouTube, because even if you don't like all the content I'm putting out, odds are you're gonna like something. So stay tuned, we got a lot more coming.